Hi. Whew. Okay, so it is Sunday, and that means we're going to talk about loving ourselves again. If you are watching, I am so happy you are here. If you are watching, please feel free to leave a comment. So I hope, a little freaking out. Let's see. Okay, so I am going to turn the music off because I thought it would be fun to have it in the background, and it's actually distracting me. Okay, so I love me Sundays, ladies or gentlemen, whoever may be signing in, whoever may be watching this. This is a collection of readings that I'm doing that will be in a book I'm working on. And this particular topic for today is called Let's Talk About Sex, Baby. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about sex, baby. Sex is a word created by people who don't know how to make love. Who knows where that quote came from? I got the quote from the tantrika that worked with me on sexual healing and sexual trauma stuff. Okay. At the core of our very souls is the natural and perfectly normal desire to love and be loved. It is quite simply how we are built. So, my lovely divas and divos, we start with this. Lord, I accept that I am built for love. And I'm going to share with anyone who is watching that I'm going to be rewriting most of these. I'm going to be working on some of these because after some discussion with a couple of my lady friends and a couple of my gentleman friends, I have fellow divas that I work with, mentor with, talk with. I'm going to rewrite most of the diva meditations for divos as well. Okay, so here are a few snippets from poems and past writings that speak to the lovesick darkness that I used to live in before God's grace saved me. Love passed me by, refused me. Love has eluded me. Fate has brought me to hate. I try never to use the word hate anymore. Love runs my life, ruins my mind. Terror rules my soul, tortures my resolve. Can anybody tell that I had to do some work in the sex and love area? Okay, hate can be as binding as love. Hate fostered has endearments as strong as love. So those were just a few snippets of writings. Didn't make it into any long, lengthier poem. The lifelong experience of loving, looking, seeking, suffering, and so many other circumstances that result from love is a very long list. We can feel love passed us by. Love was denied for us. We were refused, rejected, ruined, tortured by its seemingly impossible attainment, the unattainable. The unattainable. That is going to be a topic of discussion in the episode I'm going to do with Kendall Burdett. It's called Unattainable. For ages, it seems, I sought out love in all the wrong places, people, and things. I wasted much of my life loving those who didn't reciprocate. This created horrible self-hatred that screamed a repeating mantra to myself that I wasn't good enough to be loved. This drive on the inside to find love wherever or whenever I could, with whoever I could, created a soul sickness at a deep level for me. Until I truly gave my body's urges and soul's healing over to God, the higher power, the divinity, the universe, the earth, Mother Earth, the whatever I or you choose to call it, I gave it over to him. Until I truly gave my body's urges and soul's healing over to God, I stayed sick on the inside. In my divitude, call it a divitude. It's like an attitude, only it's a divitude because it's a God divinity. God-centered life with God. I was reborn, purified, and given a new life to live. One where there is no shame, no grief over my past, On my knees, begging and pleading for God's grace, I found myself realizing he had already granted it. He had already granted what I was begging for. I only needed to accept it. I found his forgiveness and finally extended that forgiveness to myself. Then there is also this. Was all that loving the wrong really a waste? As I set out on my journey with God and striving to live a God-centered life, I gradually found myself understanding something. Anytime I gave love, real love, that wasn't hurting someone, was never a waste of my time. That was a hard one to own and be okay with and accept. That was a really hard one for me to believe. Sure, I may not have been loved back or given the same level of love, but I loved. Loved as God loves me, not as perfectly as he may, but still love. I no longer apologize for loving someone that doesn't love me back. That's actually inspired by a Tupac quote. They can take me or leave me. I'll still have love for them. They are God's child, as am I. Next is, in the strength and connection to our Creator and his grace, I began to truly understand how real love should feel, look, and be. Be. I love that word. Be love. Yes, I will have this. Who wouldn't want that? Bruised eyes, pride in the way, and tug of war with hearts. Once a relationship turns into a battlefield, it is time to get out of it. Love is important. Sex is important. But true harmonious compatibility is the most important, for only with those can sex and love grow and flourish. Compatibility. I don't think I can say the word compatibility enough when it comes to love and relationships and sex in general, and anything between two people. Compatibility. So let's talk about sex. Sex. This word. Sex. This word originally created by people who didn't know how to make love. And just what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, depending on our beliefs, of course. We're divine divas, divos, ladies, gentlemen, men, women. We are the divine. We're children of the divine. We have divinity within us, if we so choose to believe it. We, if we're women, can consider ourselves daughters of God, and we have sons of God. Lightness of all his love and grace. We are his creation, her creation, the earth's creation. We're here. We're fucking here. We are heaven on earth. We are the Holy Land. We are the Holy Land. We are the holy sacred temples of worship. So we do not allow unloving, malicious, evil, lustful individuals into our sacred space without that equal compatible divinity. No God, no entry is what I have written here. So you ask, wait. Whoa, hold on. Wait a second. That's a pretty wildly impossible goal to achieve. What you're asking. Like what? What? I'm like, am I really supposed to be alone, live alone, sleep alone, walk a path alone because someone's not compatible with me? Because they may not have the same this or same that? Trust me. Trust me. The longer and more patient you are in your divine prudence, waiting for a partner of God, a partner living a God-loving life, the deeper your realization of your true divine power will be. Once you achieve the transcendence of truth that you are heaven, you'll find yourself refusing to relive the horrors of your past or repeating them. Ladies, gentlemen, create a destiny for your life with God and devote yourself to the love you have for others. Help and support those you love as best as you can, regardless of them loving you back. No expectations. There's no reward system here. I'm not going to love you and think you have to pay me back for it. It's not going to happen. Okay, remove the expectation of return love in order to be loving. And you'll feel the grace of God. Feel your spirit every time you love the seemingly unlovable, even the unlovable. Oh, it looks like someone from the Middle East is watching on YouTube. Oh my God. Okay. Whew. Remove the expectation of return love in order to be loving, and you'll feel the grace of God. Feel your spirit every time you love the seemingly unlovable. Heed well. Do not allow entry to those that try to come to you without God's love. Without apology, say no. Stop apologizing for saying no. Stop apologizing for protecting your boundaries. Stop apologizing for speaking your truth. You do you without apology. Prayers for you, a prayer for the day. And we end this reading with this prayer. May I truly understand how divine God's love is and strive to love as he does. May I find the strength and power to refuse access to those that would wound my soul or sever my connection with my Creator. A partner without a God is no partner I need today. A spiritual life or a path of a spiritual kind, a walk with God, a journey with God, a relationship with living a God-centered life, or living a better life, just living a life that is not built around bullshit, lying or cheating people or hurting people, having a life that isn't by those standards or close to them. That can be lonely. That can be really, really lonely, because you end up in this world where you're not playing by anybody's rules anymore, and you're not buying their bullshit anymore, and you're not taking their abuse anymore. And some people just can't handle that. They just fucking want to control you, or they want to manipulate you, or they want to get what they want. And it can be difficult. And unfortunately, depending on how someone takes it, it means living alone, or being alone, walking alone, having a solo journey. But it doesn't have to be lonely. Being in love with myself, loving myself, and becoming my best friend, my own best supporter, my own best friend, my own cheerleader, was one of the greatest things I ever did for me. One of the greatest things, that not only doing that for me, but it means that I get to do it for others. I get to do that for other women. And when I get the honor of mentoring or talking with a gentleman, I get the honor of that as well. I get the honor of sharing what I know, not with just my gender, not with just with anyone, but with anyone. Excuse me, with anyone. And if even for a second, even if for 1 second, something I say can have someone choose life in a moment, or a day, or an hour, or a year, or whatever, even if it's in that moment, if they decide based on something I was able to give them, something I was able to say for them, something I was able to do, if they choose life because of it, that is all the payment I could ever possibly need. That is all. I don't even need that payment, but that is it. That's it. There's no monetary thing here. There's nothing to it other than just giving away freely what was gifted to me. All right. If you tuned in, or you're tuning in later and you got to experience this with me, I appreciate it. And if you didn't get to watch when I was live, please, if you're watching it, you get to this point, or at any point, please leave a comment. Please talk. Please just, reach out. Diva Dori signing off. Peace.